What's up, fishy friends? Welcome to Tim's School of Fish, and class is in session. Christmas is canceled. No Christmas this year in the Timmy household.
Hey man, do me a favor and go ahead and hit that like button. While you're at it, go ahead and subscribe. Thank you very much, man.
This is a video that I do not want to make, but I have no choice but to make. I don't have a lot of what you would call premium knives. A premium knife to me is anything over $300. I know that it's different for every person, but I have about 5 knives that cost between $300 and $400, and I have to sell those knives. I don't want to sell those knives, but they're just knives and they have to go. And the reason is because the economy has finally caught up to me. I got these knives when times were good. Well, for me, times have not been good for about the past 6 months. Wasn't that long ago that I sold off a bunch of my budget modern folders because they just get to be so samey after a while, and I kept the ones that I love and I sold off the rest. Well, I've got a few premium knives that are safe queens. They've never been carried. They've never even cut so much as a sheet of paper. They are 100% brand new, and all of these knives you cannot get anymore. You just can't. They were limited runs, and when they're gone, they're gone. Since they're brand new, and I still have the box, the stickers, everything that came with them, these are in brand new condition. I'm going to sell them close to the retail price. I'm going to knock about $25 off, but what you're going to find is on these knives that are no longer available, they are selling for more than the retail price than what they sold for originally, and they're used. They have some scratches on them. They've been sharpened or used. All of these are safe queens. Never used, never carried. I basically just admire them, right? And I use my other knives. These have never been used. I'm not going to sell them for more than retail, but I am going to sell them for close to what I paid for them, minus about $25, simply because you cannot find them anymore. I have one knife that is still available. This particular knife has never been used, never been carried. I'm going to knock a little bit more off of that one since you can still find it, but not a video that I want to make, but I have to make it. So I was a teacher and a football and a track coach for 20 years. It got to the point where I was absolutely miserable and I had to leave. The education system is broken. And so then I had a job opportunity to become a mortgage broker. And the week that I started in the mortgage business is when interest rates doubled from 3.5% to 7%. And they have not been under 7% for the last 2 years. They've dipped down a little bit below 7% in the high 6s, but then they jumped right back up. So what that means is people that own houses that have those low 3.5% interest rates, they're not selling those houses because they don't want to walk away from that 3.5% interest rate. And other people just aren't buying. I've had some good months, but I've had a lot more bad months, and I work on commission only, and there have been months at a time where I had no income at all, and I just cannot do that anymore. So I filled out all my paperwork to start substitute teaching. I gotta have some income, and I might go back to teaching full-time. I don't know, but I've gotta have a salaried position. I cannot work on commission only in the current housing environment. And that's not to say that there's not some mortgage brokers out there that are doing just fine. There are plenty of them out there that are doing just fine, but I'm not. I'm not. Okay, I'm kind of new at it. I only have 2 years of experience, and I can't go for a month without any income, much less 2 or 3 with no income. I just can't. So, anyway, I don't know what the future holds, but something's got to change. And it starts with getting rid of my premium knives. And I only have a few of them. So, without further ado, let's get this camera turned around and take a closer look. All right, so here's how this is going to work. If you're interested in purchasing any of these knives, just drop me a comment. Ask me if it's still available. I will tell you whether or not it's still available. Then I will tell you to email me and then over email, we will discuss how you can purchase the knife. I can either use PayPal or Venmo. Now, I've got some modern folders, I've got some slip joints, I've got a fixed blade, so stay tuned through the video, watch the whole thing. Now, don't ask me if any of these are used. None of them, well, one of them's been used, but it's a vintage knife. None of these have been used. They haven't even cut a sheet of paper. They've never been sharpened. They've never been carried. They are in mint, brand new condition as if you bought them today, but they are no longer available. So first up is the EMP EDC Relative. These are all in the original packaging with everything that comes with it. I've still got the original stickers. This is the Relative LMAX blade steel. May of 2023 is when this one was born. This is from the second run. Now, the Relative is currently available, but it's not in LMAX, and I think it's either the third or the fourth run that they are on now. This is still in mint condition, plastic, silica gel, black DLC coated with the gold or bronze hardware. You can see there, this is LMAX. You can see right there, this is number 39, pristine condition. There is not a blemish anywhere on any of these knives. All right, there's no pocket wear. There's no light, minimal wear. There's no wear whatsoever. They are not lightly used. They are unused, brand new safe queens. So I paid $359 for this. The current Relatives are selling for $345, but LMAX is more expensive than MagnaCut. I paid $359. This one's going for $325. Again, I'm selling it for close to retail because you cannot find these anymore. And what you're going to go find if you look on the secondary market is you might be able to find this particular knife, but it's going to be used and it's going to be selling for more than $359. I was able to find one, and I think it was selling for $399 in used condition. So this is brand new, $325. All right, next up is the EMP EDC NYMBLE T2. Brand new, mint condition, unused. These are safe queens. Still got the cleaning cloth. It's got the stickers. LMAX steel, July 2023. This is the first run. Never carried, never used. Black DLC honeycomb with the bronzed hardware. Frame lock. Tonto blade. No blemishes. Never sharpened, never carried, never used, never even cut a sheet of paper. This is number 3 out of that first run. I paid $299 for this one. I am selling this one for $275. Next up is the Divo Stout version 2. Still has the box, the original sticker. Still has that nice big cleaning cloth, leather pouch. It's got the extra wire clip that comes with it. All right, this is the tuxedo version. We've got a DLC coated blade with the hand rub satin finish up here on the flat. This is VanX Super Clean, bolster lock, never used, never carried. This one's not available either. None of these are available. I paid $375 for this one. I'm going to sell this one for $350. Again, you might be able to find these knives on the secondary market, but the ones you're going to find are used and more than the original retail. These are 100% unused, uncarried, safe queens, less than retail for knives that you cannot find anymore. So that's the Divo Stout version 2, $350. All right, next up is the Jack Wolf Knives Laid Back Jack with the purple Kieranite, Purple Wave, August 2023. Still comes with the original canister in mint condition. I've taken the sheath, the sticker, and the pog out of the can. Normally it ships in the can and they're all kind of bent. These are nice and flat, so I will ship those with that, but not in the can so that they're in good condition. We've still got the nice big cleaning cloth that it comes in. This one sells for $299. This is the purple Kieranite, black DLC coated bolster. Jack Wolf Knives, S90V. Again, you might find this on the secondary market, but the ones you're going to find are going to be used and they're going to be selling for more than retail. This one was $2.99. I'm selling this for $2.75. Brand new, safe queen, mint condition, $2.75. All right, next up is the Jack Wolf Knives Fixed EDC. This is the traditional pocket knives exclusive abalone version. I haven't even cut this case here. It is still intact. This is meant to look like a VHS. All right, so we've still got the sticker, the leather sheath, and the knife here. Again, never used, never carried, abalone, S90V. This one was a traditional pocket knives exclusive. I paid $2.35 for this. I'm selling this one for $2.25. All right, next up is one that has a lot of sentimental value to me. This one has no box. This was my stepdad's knife, 6265 SAB for saber grind. This is a case folding hunter. I've got the original sheath. This is a 1940 to 1964 case folding hunter in excellent condition. I believe that this one was made in the 50s. It does have a little bit of patina on it, but not much. It still has the factory edge, excellent snap on these blades, as you can see. So my stepdad never really carried this knife, so it's almost in mint condition. He carried smaller knives, so still has a fantastic walk and talk, great snap on it. So it's got the Case XX stamp. That's 1940 to 1964. Really clean stamps on here. A lot of times the stamp will wear away from repeated opening and closing. Excellent snap on there. I will let this one go for $2.25. I've found one or a couple in similar condition going for $2.50, $2.99. I even found one in the 400s. Now you don't see this one a lot. So the 1964 version, they put a hole, a lanyard hole, and you'll see a lot of those. So for the 1940 to 64, only the 64 had a hole through it. And then from 65 and through the 70s and even the 80s, I think, you'll see the one with the hole in the cap. There's a bunch of those out there, not a bunch of these. And when you do find these, they oftentimes have pitting on the blade. These have zero pitting. They've never been sharpened. They still have the factory edge on them. This is in excellent condition. This is about as good as you're going to find. This is a case, 1940 to 1964, 6265 SAB folding hunter. I'll sell that one for $225. All right, now a couple that aren't necessarily premium knives, but I've just never carried them, never used them, and so I'm willing to let them go. This is the New Breed EDC Clydesdale. This is Mark's first design. It still has the handwritten note from Mark. Watch your fingers. Thanks for the support. This is mint condition. So this is number 224 of 400. 14C28 in blade steel hollow grind titanium. QC'd by Mark. OEM by Kubi. It's got the extra filler tab. Still has the sticker. This is in unused condition. These are not available anymore. These were $125. So never used, never carried, never sharpened, mint condition. New Breed EDC Clydesdale, $100. All right, next up is the QSP Penguin Plus. Now this box got a couple drops of oil on it. That's what that is. I do have other QSP boxes, but I didn't want to replace it because this is the original box. Penguin Plus, never used, never carried. Now this is the one that you can still get. These are $180. I will sell this one for $150. Foil carbon fiber on it, 20 CV blade steel, titanium frame lock. You can see there 20 CV, factory edge, no blemishes, no scratches, never used, never carried. This one's still available. I don't know how much longer it'll be available, but these are $180, and that's what I paid for it. I'll sell this one for $150. All right, last up is not a knife, but rather a Savinelli pipe. Now, I have smoked 2 bowls out of this. I'm going to throw in 10 Savinelli filters. Still has all the paperwork. This is a Savinelli 626 bent apple from the ROMA series. It has a lucite stem with the brass ring. Lucite is basically like kyanite. It is an acrylic. There is no chatter, tooth chatter on the stem. I don't clench my pipes like that. The finish is perfect. There's no charring. Like I said, I've smoked 2 bowls out of this, and I am very particular about my pipes. After I smoke a bowl, I clean it immediately. You can see this is clean. Clean. It is basically brand new. I've seen this on one website, but just like knives, when these are gone, these are gone. So this one sells for $106. I will sell this one for $75. There you go, boys and girls. If you're interested in any of that stuff, just let me know in the comments. If it's still available, I will say shoot me an email, and then we will discuss how to send payment via email. As always, I appreciate you for watching. Give me a thumbs up. Drop me a comment down in the comment section. Let me know if you're interested in any of these. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. Just click my logo right over there. That's it for this episode of Tim's School of Fish. Boys and girls, class dismissed.